E3 is coming in quick. Should we get some Smash news? Maybe a newcomer? Block content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Okay, I think you guys noticed on our official YouTube channel of Blocked Content, I've been posting some kind of what-ifs, kind of things that I would love to see in the future, but we're back now in leak speak, we're back now in the mode of talking about things that are relevant today, because I've wrapped shooting on my film. Rekindle has been shot. I worked on it together with a great team, and also Charles Martinet, the voice of Super Mario, is also in the film. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I hope to give you guys a preview very soon. I'm working on it behind the scenes very, very hard, and I hope you're looking forward to it. Now, today, let's dive into something really, really fun and really interesting, because it's been breaking my brain for the past couple of weeks, and I wanted to talk to you about it. Now, of course, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has gotten a really great update. And I've not had the chance to talk about it with you guys, but I really want to know down in the comments, what is your guys' favorite new stage builder stage? I really want to know, because I'll get to download them and play all you guys' stages. Are there any stages that you created in Smash Ultimate that you want me to play live on the channel? Well, let me know in the comments down below. Post your code, post your levels, and maybe I will get to play your stage builder stage. And of course, for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are giving away this very cute piranha plant plushie with the sweetest teeth. Remember to like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway at 50k. Alright guys, let's get into this. I'm a little bit sick, you can hear it in my nose. I have a little bit of a cold because of the shooting days. It was really difficult, really hard 2 weeks, but I'm happy to be back, although I'll have to lay in bed a little bit, but I'm here for you guys. Alright, let's get into this. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming to E3. We know this for a fact, and of course, we've already gotten Joker in the game, who plays pretty nice. You know, it's kind of like a Frankenstein monster of all these different characters in the game. A lot of moves that I can say, hey, those work pretty differently to, what I expected, and they are pretty similar to this character that's already in the game, and oh, that looks a little bit like Ness's move and Lucas's move and whatever. So that's a little bit strange to me. I hope that the future DLC fighters will have a very unique style and unique feeling to them, kind of like how the DLC fighters for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U had, which were, of course, Ryu, which had this super unique style to him, and Cloud. I would really love to see that being continued. These unique gaming play styles that we've not seen in a Smash fighter before. I feel like Joker is a little bit the middle road here, and even though the character is great, the stage is awesome, and the music is just incredible, I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement, and I hope with a lot of other characters in the DLC pass that we're going to get that improvement. Now, I do feel like there is a big reveal coming for the next fighter. Sakurai has already publicly stated in sort of a little message about Joker that he's hard at work on the upcoming DLC fighter, and he says the ones after that. So what I can safely assume here is that they're looking very closely to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at this point, who's playing Joker, a balancing kind of stuff, but also just generally what is going wrong and what are the things that they need to improve on. And they'll keep that in mind for the other characters that are coming. I would be very interested in having an announcement for a character that is immediately followed by the character dropping with Super Smash Bros. Of course, I don't expect that a Smash Bros. Ultimate 4.0 update will, immediately release with a new character, so I feel it's a long way out. I think that on E3, which is of course the Electronic Entertainment Expo, happens every year. It's this huge event, and since a couple of years ago, Nintendo does their big Nintendo Direct, talking about all their upcoming games and all their upcoming DLC. Now, I expect Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to not be a gigantic part of Nintendo's E3 presence. I feel like Nintendo's E3 presence will mostly be about Super Mario Maker 2. I think that is the game that people will be mostly talking about, because every E3 we've had a focus game, right? Previous time it was, of course, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before then it was Super Mario Odyssey. Before then, I believe it was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think Mario Maker, the first one, was in there a little bit before. So I'm really thrilled to think about what this next game will be. There's a big chance that it could be Super Mario Maker 2. It could also be a game that is yet to be announced. And of course, a lot of people are thinking about, oh, what if it's going to be a Super Mario Odyssey sequel? What if it's going to be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, that uses the same formula, maybe the same engine, but kind of expands on it. A lot of people have guessed that there's not something coming like an update, like new kingdoms or anything, but that it would actually be a new game about these two franchises. And I feel like that's the kind of the idea with those games, is that they're self-contained, beautiful games, and they're templates for what's to come. I think for Smash Brothers, it's a different kind of ball game, right? Smash Brothers Ultimate is never going to happen again. Something as beautiful as everyone is here, something as beautiful as the stage builder and all this kind of stuff that is blooming over the past couple of months. It's just incredibly beautiful, and I would love to see this game be expanded on for the months to come. And of course, we know that even in February of 2021, we'll be getting updates for the game, so the DLC fighters will release up until that point. We've kind of rumored that there might be more DLC passes coming. I think that that's off the table. I think that Nintendo is really focusing on Smash Ultimate having these 5 DLC fighters. Now Joker is out of the way, and we're gonna have to find out who the next one is. Now, for the next one, I have 2 big guesses. I feel like it's an appropriate time to add a character that will get people going all over the world. I feel like Joker is a character that's a pretty good choice. I feel like it's made a lot of fandoms, extremely happy. I feel like it fits with Smash Brothers, and I feel like the stage that it came with and, the general vibe of it is really fitting for Super Smash Brothers. Even the spirit battles are great. However, I feel like the broad appeal of Joker isn't just that big. A lot of people were like, okay, Persona, not a game that was on Nintendo Switch, not a game that was on like any other Nintendo console. Who is this character? And I gotta dive into different consoles that I don't own to kind of, feel who this character is. I feel like it's time to go back to a character that has its roots firmly in Nintendo. And I feel like that could be one of 2 choices. And one of them is weird. One of them is strange. I feel like one of them is something that a lot of people around the world want, but is difficult to get into Smash, and that's of course everyone's favorite bear and bird. It's Banjo-Kazooie. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie would be the perfect fit for Super Smash Bros. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie would fit with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Everyone is Here, bringing characters together that almost have no business anymore being together, since, Rare is now owned by Microsoft. However, seeing Microsoft and Nintendo be so buddy-buddy, like literally saying our friends at Microsoft when they talked about the Cuphead thing, and of course having Minecraft in there with some content that is shared over the games, the Mario content, the Master Chief content from Minecraft, I feel like it's an opportune time. It is, however, a little bit weird because it is Microsoft, and that would mean that not only Sony characters are in the game, all these other third parties, but also now Microsoft, which means like Nintendo basically wins the day, right? They have this game that has just all of gaming inside of it, which would be great. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie is not really handled that well within Microsoft at this moment. They could have done a whole lot more after Nuts and Bolts to kind of say, hey, these are still like big mascot characters and we can use them for a whole lot of stuff. Now, they didn't do that, and I think Sakurai could do his magic again with getting these characters back into the limelight in the right way, like a visual new style that is not at all like the Nuts and Bolts style, and something that gamers would say, just like Mega Man being back in Smash for Wii U, they would say, oh, Sakurai basically saved this franchise again. And I feel like that could also be the same with Simon Belmont in this game. And it could definitely be the case for Banjo and Kazooie. So I want to see those characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as the next DLC fighters, just because that Nintendo of these characters is firmly in their DNA. Of course, they released on the Nintendo 64 with Banjo-Kazooie, and then the sequel Banjo-Tooie. I feel like having them return would feel a little bit like King K. Rool finally returning, but even bigger. I feel the appeal for Banjo and Kazooie is worldwide. I think in Japan, it might not be the biggest thing because it's like such a, Western kind of game in its development stages. But I feel like people all around the world would cheer for the Bear and Bird. And even though, Joker, I feel is a very, JRPG, like Japanese culture kind of a character that I feel a lot of gamers were like, who's this character? A lot of people really loved it, and a lot of people were very confused by it. I feel like Banjo and Kazooie is gonna, reel that other part of the audience in. So even though the stage builder can't make stages that perfectly reflect, these franchises, we've already seen tons of Banjo and Kazooie stages. So I would love to play as Banjo Banjo-Kazooie in the game, and then even beyond Spiral Mountain, because now it's created, and now we can even have music from Banjo-Kazooie in there. And of course, if Banjo-Kazooie is coming to Super Smash Ultimate, they'll get a stage, they'll get music pieces, they'll get all this stuff, and I can't be more excited. Now, the other choice here is Erdrick. And Erdrick, of course, from Dragon Quest. A lot of people have been guessing at this character because of certain hints on social media, certain things that kind of, hint to the character being in the planning stages. Even stuff like Brave being the code, which is not Joker, and could potentially be a whole lot of other characters, but Brave does make sense for Super Smash Bros. Version of Erdrick, and changing the costumes to look like different protagonists from the franchise. So I do feel like there is a lot of moveset potential. A lot of people have been thinking about Erdrick's moveset in terms of, Iron Eyes, Miracle Slash, the Flame Slash, and even stuff like Frizz appearing. The Monster Metal would be a great side special. I think that there's so much possible with that character. Too, having a sword and shield and really using it in a moveset. Link doesn't really use his shield all that much. Except for like the shielding animation and then standing still and being able to shield stuff. So I feel like a character that really uses that knight kind of moveset would be really awesome. And of course, having magic. So I want to know from you guys, if you got to choose between Banjo and Kazooie and Erdrick for the next DLC fighter, maybe they could both appear. Who would you choose? Because it goes back all the way to the Grinch League days that Banjo and Kazooie might be in the game. Of course, that ended up being the biggest fake leak in the history of fake leaks. But I am still firmly in the camp of Banjo and Kazooie. I think Erdrick would be great, but if I had to choose between the two, I would say Banjo and Kazooie, with the history that it's had, deserves more than to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you guys can decide what I make a video about next, because blocked content is on Patreon. If you want to support the channel and actually become a part of it with me, there's a lot of cool rewards like getting episodes a day early, getting your own video ideas commissioned, which I do for a lot of people with the Snake Codex, and there is a Joker Snake Codec coming, because now the characters in the game, everything is fair game. And of course, you can have personal Skype calls with me and exclusive content like behind the scenes stuff you won't get anywhere else. So big thank you to all our latest Patreon supporters and everyone who has been supporting me since the beginning of blocked content. It's so great that you guys are still hanging out here and doing premieres, doing live streams together, and talking with you guys on social media is such a daily treat for me. So I want to take this YouTube channel to the stars, to the next level, and do it together with you guys. And remember, guys, if you're not yet a member of the blocked content family yet, it's not too late. Click that subscribe button in all its glory and ring the bell for notifications so you'll know just when we release a new Snake Codec or Leak Speak video, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered daily to you. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for watching. I'll see you around the corner, and of course, I'm so sorry about my voice. I'll get it fixed. I'll get it repaired. I'm playing a show tomorrow. I'm singing very loud. I'll try and fix my voice a little bit with some tea and honey, and thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I got to make the movie that I've always wanted to make. I'm editing it every single day, working hard with visual effects and the orchestral score and everything like that, and I hope to update you guys on the scenes that Charles Martinet has a voice in, because I know that you guys are looking forward to that too. So see you around the corner, where there's always more blocked content. See ya.